Like, on top of all of this, some news that probably never came across your desk, Ron. I'm going to string together some facts for you. Some facts. Texas Tech boosters put together an independent investigation to find out whether or not Art Briles was at fault during the sexual assault scandal at Baylor. They concluded what Baylor concluded, which is that Art Briles didn't actually do anything wrong, except be the head coach of a group of men who are objectionable. Art Briles lost his job. Art Briles goes to coach football in Italy for a while, comes back, takes over the head coach job at Mount Vernon ISD. Texas Tech boosters have decided we want to get Art Briles to come in here to coach this team because we're tired of losing. Matt Wells just got there. Today, Matt Wells fired the offensive coordinator he brought with him from Utah State, David Yost. It's the same day Art Briles resigned as the head coach at Mount Vernon ISD. We know Tech boosters wanted to hire Art Briles. We also know Art Briles was an assistant at Tech about 15 years ago on Mike Leach. We also know Art Briles is not really in this to be anybody's assistant. So, with the Auburn job open, the Illinois job open, Vanderbilt, I think, just got taken by Clark Lee, Notre Dame defense coordinator. Congratulations to him. With the Arizona job open, and now with the offensive coordinator job open at Texas Tech, and with Art Briles deciding that I'm gonna come up out of Mount Vernon, where do we see Art Briles next, Ron? Is it Texas Tech? Because I think that's the betting favorite. Or is it head coach at literally anywhere else?
I think that it might be like in my heart. I want him to get a phone call in the middle of the night and say, "Yeah, Vandy, I'll be there. SEC West. I heard it's crazy over there. Do you want more of it
as offensive coordinator?" Because Clark Lee just took it as a head coach. I'm just saying. Okay.
Okay. You're right. Okay. But
not Illinois. You want to see me in Illinois?
Like my biggest problem with I don't have a problem with Art Briles per se. Like the thing with Art Briles is that he's to me such a persona non grata. Like if you want to hire Art Briles for your job, you want to get some wins, fine. I don't have a lot of words to give to you, but the idea that you would put your anybody that has to speak to the public or your marketing team having to answer the questions about Art Briles all the time, that's a big old headache. That's a big old headache. Why would anybody want that?
Because apparently, the cynical note on that is winning trumps all. We don't actually care about, the morality of the situation. These are things that are overcome. Winning matters most. And when you find out how Baylor was run at the time that they were winning, you would ask questions like, yo, man, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Yo, what are we doing here? Like, we're winning. That's what we're doing here. And, it also comes back to who are the dudes that you are recruiting. Because if you want to get good in a hurry, there's a way to do that. There's a way to do that. It's not always the way that your university president would want it to go. See Jimmy Johnson and Tad Foote at the University of Miami. By the way, I got Kane Mutiny on the shelf finally. I found a copy of it. I got to go through it. It's about Jimmy Johnson's
let me know how that goes.
Miami Hurricanes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna run it up. But I gotta also believe that LSU is run not dissimilarly. Y'all win, and please stay out of trouble if at all possible. But y'all win,
right? Yeah, I'm not naive and say we've gone through for the past 100 years. Like we know that college football is not high level college football is not 100% of the time, 100% clean all the time. But there's a thing that happens if you are the manager or the operator of a system of an office of an administration, that if you get caught, it's like, oh wow, when do you ever stop being hot for being caught?
Well, and that's also what's at stake with Hugh Freeze, because his name is being brought up many times over in connection to Auburn, and it's been said that the SEC is not going to say anything about any team that wants to hire Hugh Freeze to be their head coach, seeing he has served whatever penalty that it is that he needed to serve. You'll remember Hugh Freeze, dude that got caught with, the escort service in his phone, in his business phone. Okay. Also, it's a dude that's being gassed up with wins against Alabama, where the turnover margin was +6 for him in both of those wins. Shout out to Alan Kennedy for coming up with that fact. So, like, great offensive mind, but your defense was actually rolling, right? And Alabama was giving you the ball. It's a lot. I don't know how you ascend to the top of people's minds in this way unless you have an outstanding offense. Because, like, Kevin Steele is defense coordinator at Auburn, going to be the interim. I've thought of Kevin Steele as a great defensive mind for years, right? With stops at a lot of places in the Southeastern Conference, and really with connections and an understanding of recruiting the area. But we have such a fascination with offensive minds that we will even throw out things they did wrongly in the public because we really want to see that team come over here or that dude come over here and score a bunch of points, which is,
that's fair. Like, because that's what that's what we remember about sports. Like, if you throwing up big points, that's the summer blockbuster. That's what we want. Like, other than like looking at sports in an academic way or just like a super insider way, but like as a fan, yeah, give me 120-point game, please, thank you.
Points, sell tickets, defense wins championships. And as a college football fan, I got to tell you, the teams that I remember are not Ron's 6-3 defensive struggles.
It's the greatest game that's ever been played. Thank you.
The teams that I remember are they have really cool names to their offensive schemes, like air raid and run and shoot and fun and gun. Okay, like the veer is fun because you can score 100 points with the veer, not because anybody watching the veer think that is fun. Matter of fact, I'll give you another example, a recent example, without having to pull out 1968 Houston versus TU. I'll go 2 days ago. UNC put up 62 on the U. Who? Miami, with 554 yards rushing, and I had a ball watching it. Why? Because them boys were galloping, just straight galloping. Secretariat, war emblem, just going straight for your jugular. Mike Carter, shout out to you. Javonte Williams, shout out to you. Phil Longo, my goodness, shout out to you because y'all were running it up. That's what I like. So if you can run triple option and you can get me 63 a game, I will watch it because I know in the course of scoring that 63, I'm going to have fun. You know what I'm not having fun doing? Watching dudes fill. There's nothing fun about watching a safety fill. Nothing fun about that. There's nothing fun.
Outside and out of bounds.
Oh my God. There's nothing fun about scraping. Okay? That ain't fun. There's nothing fun about watching hand fighting. I don't care to watch Aaron Donald and Kung Fu fight. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for 5-step drop, bomb. That's what I'm here for. Unless you are Steve Slayton and Pat White. In which case, you can do whatever you want. Because I know ain't nobody going to catch you. Matter of fact, one of the coolest things that I saw, we talk about spread and goal line offense and the spread. People are like, why don't you just go under center, yada, yada. Phil Longo came out in like a bunch formation that looked like an inverted diamond and then spread it out to where you had one-on-one matchups on the outside looking like you're going to throw the ball. And they just optioned off the defensive end, like they left the defensive end unblocked. He crashed down, pitch, in. Oh, and this is beautiful. That's gorgeous. Because you have everybody thinking, oh, they get one-on-one man. Nah, we're going to isolate this end right here. We're going to put him in a trick bag.
I was about to say, he's the whole game. I hope he's ready for the spotlight.
Thank you for catching that, Doc. I was just about to delete those. Appreciate that. Matter of fact, I might take it a little bit further here. Good looking out.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, nah. I hate it when people spam the comments, man. Like, the conversation is the conversation. Anyway,